Start? Give me a hand. Come on, give me a hand. Don't be shy, don't be shy. There you go. So I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. I have good news and I have bad news. Bad news is you'll never be ready for your first solo trip. But good news, no one was ever ready for their first solo trip. And you can do tangible things to build up to get ready for your first solo trip. And that's what I commit. Hey you! Hello beautiful people! My name is Savannah, but I'm Internet. I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C Scoop. Hello beautiful people! My name is Savannah, but I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C Scoop, a channel all about traveling, learning languages, and navigating life as a 20-something. This video is part 5 of my latest series on my channel called How Savvy Sees the World, a series that breaks down how I'm able to travel full-time essentially. And today's video is breaking down how to build up and get ready for your first ever solo trip. See what I did there? Come on! If you haven't watched already parts 1, 2, 3, or 4, I'll give you a chance to pause this video and go catch up. Okay, great. Now you're all catched up. Don't forget to subscribe. My goal is to hit 10K before the year ends. I need all of your help to do so. So hit the subscribe button as well as the bell button so you don't miss out when I update this series or post period across this channel. And as always, the timestamps will be in the description box as well as any resources that I mentioned. So be sure to check that out, or just skip ahead to different sections of this video that are best suited for you. All right, sounds good to you? Sounds good to me. Let's get into it. Ironically enough, my first ever solo trip was accidental. I was going to Barcelona and Santorini for my 23rd birthday, and the person I was coming with, her flight got completely changed. It was delayed first, then changed. So I was in Barcelona solo unexpectedly, and knowing what I know now after that happened, and that kind of kicked things off, and unexpectedly. And then now I'm 31 countries into doing this. Here's what I would do to prepare and build up for my first ever solo trip, knowing what I know now. First step, take yourself out on a public, keyword public, solo date. I'm talking go to the movies, go to a cute little aesthetically pleasing brunch, go to a concert, etc. Think of this as dipping your toes in the solo travel waters, if you will. Make me sweat, hey, make me and just try it out. See how you feel being by yourself with yourself. When you're solo traveling, that's the first time I feel like you really get that sensation. Ironically enough, we're with ourselves 24/7, 365. But not in the same way as when you're on a solo trip. But I think it's healthy to experience that, to go to a hostess at a restaurant and ask for a party of one, to walk into an establishment and just be there by yourself and not be fully distracted by your phone or the people you're with, that honestly sometimes you might not even really like, but you just want to be around someone because you're scared of being alone. And then you can really combat that fear and challenge it and really surprise yourself at how you can adapt, rise to occasion, and ultimately build your confidence so you don't feel so out of place and so scared to do something by yourself, to initiate something alone. I think that's the perfect foundation to getting ready for your first ever solo trip. Second step, pick a long, ideally holiday weekend to go on a little staycation for at least 3 days and 2 nights. For the destination, I recommend it being close enough to your home where you can comfortably drive there, take the train there, but far away enough that if you forgot your toothbrush or a pair of slippers or something else along those lines, you wouldn't be like, oh, let me go back. It's like, it's not worth going back for. I'll just buy like a new pair at like a local store. So I would say, that distance, whatever that is in your minds, maybe pick a place that's in a different county, different postal code, different district from you, etc. And while you're there over the course of that weekend, see how you are with navigating. See how you are with planning out an itinerary, with booking accommodation, transportation, activities, and most importantly, see how you are with interacting and meeting new people in this place. Those things I just listed are all key pillars to taking a solo trip and just traveling as a whole, and will come up at some point, if not, kind of all at once while you're traveling. So already having experience and seeing how you are with those things It's a huge advantage and a huge help, so that when, obviously that is the real thing of you doing it, but when you're doing it on a bigger scale, it won't be overwhelming and you can handle it. Third step, now that that trip has been taken and you're back safe home in your bed, amen, take some time to reflect on, one, how that went, so how your public solo date went plus your long getaway weekend, and two, what type of traveler are you? Were your activities bar hopping and Tinder dates, or were they more art museums and walking tours? Now let me be clear, both are okay. No judgment on this side, okay? None but love and savvy C, okay? Both are fine, all right? I understand both sides, okay? But it's important to know what type of traveler you are so you can then cater your trip to be the best match for you. So for example, if you are someone who loves major metropolitan cities, who loves to be in the heart of the action, who loves just to step off of a train, step off of, get out of the car, whatever, and you're just immediately hit with just sounds, movement, life, action, just all of that really energizes you, then you want to go to a London, to a Paris, to a Buenos Aires, like you want to go to those major cities around the world, New York, whatever. Versus maybe for someone that prefers mid-sized towns that you can kind of see the majority of everything over the course of a weekend, long weekend, or maybe even a week, you can really get to know the full area. Or like a more coastal town, more farm-based, land, farm-based land? What was I going to say? Remote, desert, remote, that's what I'm looking for. I was like, sorry. A more remote, smaller town, that's more your vibe, that's where you feel more comfortable. Then you want to maybe check out a place like Bilbao, Spain, or Faro, Portugal, that aren't, the Madrids of the country, the Lisbons of the country, that are on the smaller side and more accessible and more at your speed. Because you don't want to set yourself up for failure and put yourself in a situation and put yourself in a destination that's not going to vibe with you. So know that going in. Moving on to step number 4. Now that you have a public solo date and a holiday weekend under your belt, plus you know what type of travel you are already, you're now ready to make a short list of destinations. Woo-hoo! Exciting part begins! And I recommend keeping it to 5 countries or cities max, so start there, and then dwindle down to 3, and then of those 3, pick 1 or 2. No more than 2 to start. Then after you have those final one destination or those final 2 destinations down pat, then it's the research, which is fun. Now when I say research, obviously not like, research, like it's something strenuous, it's nothing that should stress you out. But instead, when I say research, I mean what you're already doing. Looking on social media, looking at movies with the country in it, looking at books with the city in mind, maybe podcast episodes, whatever form of media you consume, whatever you naturally gravitate to about said place, lean into that fully, really dig your teeth into it, immerse yourself in it, and just find what gravitates to you and what you connect with on like a deep level. And I'm really confident that you kind of attracts what you like and the right thing will find you. And then once you do all that, then you're ready for step number 5. And that is to finally pick a destination or destinations that book that trip, hey, book that trip, what, book that trip. And see what happens when you open yourself up to adventure. Solo traveling has changed my life for the better, and I'm such a champion for it. So I hope all of you try it at least once in your life. It's done wonders for my self-confidence. It has completely expanded and changed my perspective of the world. It has allowed me to be more empathetic. It allows me to pick up languages and understand different cultures easier. It allowed me to see history in a different way and so much more. So I just really recommend you guys just give it a try. Just try it once in your life. Use these 5 steps that I just listed to build up and prepare for your first ever solo trip, and just try it and see what happens. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you build up for your first ever solo trip. Thanks for watching to the end. I appreciate it. Hope you got something out of it. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you never miss an upload and you'll stay up to date with this series. And if you like this video, if you want to see more videos like it, then talk to me in the comments. Holla at your girl. Post any questions you have, thoughts you have, tips to share, etc. And of course, tag me on your first solo trip, or let me know what maybe your 1 to 2 destinations are your ideal solo trip destinations are. I'd love to hear them. Stay tuned for part 6 of the series, which will be all about the cost breakdown of full-time solo travel, just so I can really be transparent and show you guys how feasible, how possible it all is. As always, I'm sending my love to wherever you are in the world where you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!